welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video about like a talk about sustainable fashion, since this is a sustainable fashion channel and that's what I talk about on this channel. I wanted to dive more into a topic that I see come up all the time, and I wanted to just give my opinion about it. And that topic is on, can fast fashion be sustainable? Like, all the fast fashion brands that are creating sustainable, eco-friendly type lines. For example, like H&M, Zara, I think Mango just came out with one. Even like Forever 21 kind of has like a vintage type line. And I know Urban Outfitters has always had Urban Renewal, which is like recycled clothing and fabrics, which I'm actually wearing a vest of theirs right now. And like, I'm sorry guys, I'm dressing, just FYI, I'm very casual today. I had to babysit at 5:30 this morning and I didn't feel like getting all dressed up today, and I just have class and then I'm probably just gonna go to the gym, so I'm just in gym attire with this little vest to make it a little snazzy, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, back onto the topic. So I want to just discuss, because I've already mentioned like H&M Conscious, but Zara has like Joy in Life, and then Mango just announced their Committed collection, which I'm in love with, which is for another video, but I want like everything in that collection. It's so cute. Forever 21 has like Repurposed, which is like vintage, they have a bunch of like vintage tees and things like that they've repurposed. So like they didn't actually make them, they just bought them and kind of just revamped them. I get a lot of people saying, is it really sustainable or eco-friendly to contribute to such brands like H&M, Zara, and all that still contribute to fast fashion, and majority of their clothing contributes to fast fashion, like 90%, and only like a little 20 out of like the hundreds of clothing they have are sustainable. I wanted to put my opinion on this. If please feel free to express and share what you think about this, but this is what I think about it, and this is kind of what I think about in the scheme of like companies in general, because I think in this day and age, having like a sustainable, conscious line, eco-friendly, is kind of like philanthropy in a sense, because they're doing something good for the environment. Is it because they actually genuinely care about the cause, and they actually understand their effect on this subject, or is it because they just want to look good to the public and to their consumers, and so that more people can buy? There's like, it's always iffy. That like subject in that sense is always iffy, but to like looking PR, like I do study PR, so that is a big part of PR. So knowing that and like having that knowledge, for me, I don't think it really matters if the company genuinely really wants this, believes this or whatever. Whether they believe in it or not, they're still helping a cause, and they're still either giving money to the cause or doing something to help, whether that is out of their own heart or out of their own sincere actions. It's still helping the cause. Both sides win at the end of the day. For brands like H&M and Forever 21 and Zara, they've built this huge line already, this huge empire, and now we call it fast fashion because as it's developed, people have realized the negatives that come out of like this, and honestly, it's us as a consumer who kind of caused it. They just provided what we were asking for. If we were, as consumers, wanted this fast fashion like all these types of clothing and all in style, like we need it now, and like always changing our clothing, then it wouldn't have been a thing, and it wouldn't have grown to the to what it is today. This is their first step, and nothing changes overnight. Like, nothing changes immediately. It takes time. So for me, whether they genuinely care, they came out with these brands, and if it is just to compete with each other, like, they will constantly be competing, so they will eventually all be sustainable if that's what, as a society, we're heading towards. So as somebody who's wants to be more sustainable, I will continue to support these brands for the fact that I want to put my money somewhere where I want to see these brands go. I love these brands. I love their, what the clothes that they have. I think even their sustainable lines are affordable. If you've like compared prices, like H&M's clothing compared, like non-sustainable clothing compared to their like conscious line, it's like same in price. So it's like almost thinking, why as consumers are we so bent over affordable and wanting clothes cheaper? And that's why as consumers, using that as a reason as well, that's why I contribute to fast fashion. When these fast fashion brands are creating lines that are sustainable and are eco-friendly and are fair trade and are building those lines and giving you the same exact price range and price points, it's almost like they're only doing this because we want like this array. If you've noticed, also the sustainable collections are smaller as well, so like it's almost because we as consumers, like, we want like new clothes 3 times a season rather than once a season. And it's like, if we as consumers start to just support their sustainable brands, they'll realize, oh wow, these are popular, this is what's making our company money, let's expand that. And they'll be able to provide more of a range of clothing, probably not as much as they do now, but it'll be at the same price point. So it's like a win-win for the consumers. It's just for the consumers and for them, but it's just us as consumers realizing that and supporting those brands, well, those collections in those brands. So that's why as a consumer, I am still, and on this channel, being promoting sustainable fashion, I am still going to support the Conscious, the Joy in Life from Zara, the Committed from Mango, the Repurposed from Forever 21, and the Urban Renewal from Urban Outfitters. Like, I'm gonna continue to support those brands. Their brands, I've loved their non-eco-friendly stuff in the past, but now I'm so excited that they are making these sustainable brands, and it's a big step. I believe everything changes in little steps. It's the little steps that matter, and at the end of the day, we're gonna realize that, wow, that was a big change. And I hope that at the end of the day, like in a couple years, we can say like, oh wow, I'm so glad that H&M started that conscious line, because it caused all these other fast fashion brands to want to compete, and now we're sustainable and we don't have to worry about people who aren't being paid fairly for the clothing that they are providing us. And at the same time that the consumption of these clothing is like so much that it's being thrown in landfills and causing like these horrible emissions for our earth. So that is what my opinion is on this subject. Tell me what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you guys, if there's any other topics that you guys want to talk about in terms of when it comes to being sustainable. And I'm sorry if I sounded gross during this as well, because I've been getting over a cold. So, but I hope it didn't like bother you guys in any way. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time, and don't forget to subscribe.